Yes, a good one, Georgia. How old's the homestead, George? Oh, yeah.
You hooked into the radio or something?
Yeah, we get scanners.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said, yeah, because I said when I sent the fire crew out, I said, oh, they're sending 3 from Glasgow. Already started half past 8, it's gone.
Yeah.
Wind. Okay, how much history is? So no one's in the house at all.
I'm out of shot, Ken. Now, George, you've lived in this area for a long time and you are the local fire warden. Much history attached to this homestead?
This is the one of the oldest homes in the area. It was a very well-built old Queenslander. It belonged to the Horan family. Have been around the area since before 1900, I believe. It's a tragic loss to them. They had a lot of antique furniture in the home and a lot of their personal belongings. Yeah.
I think we've seen over the last couple of nights some pretty severe electrical activity during the evenings when things cool down a little bit. Do you think this is a bit of perhaps a message to homeowners to really be aware of what lightning can do to their homes?
Yes, I don't know what precautions you can actually take for lightning, but there was some very severe lightning around tonight, some very close lightning, and obviously this house was struck. But what one can do in those circumstances, I don't know.
Now, your wife also mentioned just a few months ago that apparently there's quite a lot of people have been clearing land and pushing piles of dried timber together. Is that a practice you'd advise them against? When it comes, if they've got old timber on their property, they better to cut it up and get it out of the way, or?
I don't think that's relevant in this case. So, that practice has been going on for the last 100 years and more, this sort of thing. But yeah, no, there wasn't any dry timber around this building. No, it was all cleared all the way around, and I don't think that was an issue at all.
Basically, just a pretty unlucky strike.
It was an unlucky strike, obviously. Yeah, the lightning has hit the house and set it on fire. I guess it was prone to a lightning strike, being situated on a fairly high hill here, and the house was standing up above everything else.
Well, I think Wally was saying that they basically realised once it hit that they couldn't do anything to stop the fire, so they went about containing it. From the looks of things, it seems like they've kept the area fairly well cleared. Is that something you'd advise people to do at the moment, keep the area around their home fairly clear?
That's always advisable in case of bushfire or anything else. We do see cases sometimes when there's long old grass right up to old timber homes and gutterings full of leaves and all that sort of thing. That's something we should all try and avoid.
Exactly, because obviously that just fuels the fire, doesn't it? That just fuels the fire, doesn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly is. But you know, if there'd been much wind tonight, there was a hay shed nearby and other sheds nearby that was the fire could easily have got into the other buildings as well.
Terrific. Okay, mate.
The hand-built Queenslander had stood atop a hill on the family's property for some 70 years. But last night, lightning struck the vintage homestead, destroying priceless antiques and family heirlooms. Despite having a collection of antique fire tenders on the property, there was little Walter Hiron and his son Donnie could do but try and prevent the fire spreading to nearby storage sheds. The flames from the fire lit up the valley floor, clearly visible up to 5 kilometres away. Ironically, the Hirons had originally built the house by the side of a creek on the property, but serious flooding in 1927 caused them to relocate the dwelling to higher ground. Although the house was covered by insurance, family members say no amount of money could replace the value of what was lost in the blaze. Relatives raced to the property from as far afield as Rockhampton once word of the fire reached them. A fire crew from Gladstone attended, but there was little they could do to minimise the damage already caused by the freak lightning strike. Kirk Costa, Win News.
So no one's in the house at all.